Hi and welcome to Lead Capture Page Boss. We're glad to have you as a member through RCCV2. To access your Lead Capture Page marketing system, from our homepage you'll simply click on the Login button. You'll come to the Login page and just make sure the email and the password is the same that you received in your email. If you've lost the email, you can use the Forgot Password button, or you can contact us, which will go to our ticket desk where you'll be able to create a ticket. This is also the best way to communicate with us should you experience any problems. Simply open a ticket and we'll get back to you within 24 hours. Now make sure your email and password is correct and click login. The first thing that you'll see is the news feed. We continue to update this when we have new features or marketing tips for our subscribers. So pay attention to this and see what there is to help you in your business. But now we're going to go ahead and click on this Return to the Dashboard. The dashboard, like that in a car, has all of your instruments. It's where you can begin to see everything. And so what we'll see here is where you've clicked on to watch this setup video. And then we have here Account Settings. These account settings are the foundation to setting up your account. We have here your primary capture page, which is not going to be populated with a V2 image because we're using domain names that are different than Lead Capture Page Boss, and you'll see that as we proceed. The recent leads will show you the last 5 leads that filled out your capture page. We have system tools, which are more advanced and is something I recommend that either you have experience to use or you get used to the system and then begin to venture into that area. We have our contact management calendar. Here you can get a personal domain name just by simply searching for it, and this we do recommend. And then we have the support resources. We have some V2 login buttons as well as the resources here, and you'll see why that's so important. And then we have social media for our Lead Capture Page Boss website. Now, the purpose of this video is very simple, and that is to get your capture page link in your hands so you can begin to market. The first thing I want us to do is go to personal information. You'll see that there are sections in the personal information, and we're going to take them one by one. Here we have the member information. This is the information that you used to create up your V2 account, and it was communicated to our server and set up your account here as well. It's best not to change this information. Here on the right you'll see third-party autoresponders. This is a more advanced feature, so we're not going to cover it here, but you can integrate Aweber, Traffic Wave, Pure Leverage if you have those accounts and you'd like to use them. Here's where you can change your password, and then we have the redirect URL. In this field, what you want to enter is your RCCV2 affiliate link. So we're going to type it all out: http://rccv2.com/join/username. As we progress down, we see primary group. You're going to want to set this to RCCV2 Professional. Under the email notifications, you can add additional email addresses that you want to receive notifications about calendar events coming up and new leads that have taken a tour through your capture page. So if you have one email address on your phone and another on your desktop or laptop, use both emails. If you have a partner in the business, use their email so you're both notified so you can follow up fairly promptly with any tour takers. Next, we have additional fields. This information is displayed on your capture page account. When we add that information, So for example, we do have this information displaying on some of the landing pages. That is the second page. Now let me briefly illustrate this. First, you have your capture page that has the form on it. When people fill out that form, they're redirected to a landing page, which will have your contact information, also thanking them for taking a look at your site, opting in, and then it's going to, from there, have a button to your RCCV2 company page. So you want to fill out the additional fields with the information you want displayed on your account. If you have a company name or your personal name, perhaps you have a different phone number than the one on your account, an email address, and then you can add your Skype ID, a Facebook ID, and so forth. These here we're not going to go over because these are irrelevant to your RCCV2 account, but you can learn to use them in the future. We're going to click Save Changes to make sure that the changes you've made have been applied to your account in our database. The next button is your photo. You have the option to upload a photo and have that displayed again on your landing pages, but you'll have to add the code. We have not used this feature on the RCCV2 pages for the reason that we find a lot of people not uploading professional images, and that's going to decrease the number of people that will either call you or email you in response to your offer. It's unfortunate for me to say, but there are people that will put up photos that are very bad quality, perhaps took a picture of a photograph, and so we didn't want to put that in there as a default, but you're welcome to add it, and there'll be other tutorial videos to show that. Now this photo does show up on most of the other pages in our system as the generic core, so if you'd like to upload a photo you can do so, but you want to make sure that this is 170 by 170 pixels, and you'll browse for your photo. Once you see it here, just click Upload Photo. If it does not display in this box promptly, simply refresh your browser and it will most likely display. Let's go back to the dashboard, and we're going to look at the next button, Capture Pages. This is where you're going to find your RCCV2 capture pages. Each one of these pages has a strategy to it. Now there are 6 capture pages that you have access to. 3 of them are strictly for products. The other 3 of them are for the opportunity. We have a very unique and wonderful opportunity to have a business that appeals to anybody that needs to drive traffic to a website. So promoting the tools is very valuable, and in certain places on the internet it's the tools that are going to sell the opportunity for you, whereas in other places people that are looking primarily for money and the product or service is quite irrelevant to them, you want to emphasize the income opportunity, which is fabulous. Let's go ahead and take a look at one of these pages. You'll see that they have codes on them. Transforming Tools happens to be the domain name for the product-oriented capture pages. And then you'll see the number 2. Remember, there's 3 pages at this time for the products and 3 for the opportunity. So when we look at Transforming Tools 001, this is our capture page. When you look at Transforming Tools 001 and the letter B, this is our landing page. And remember, we said that the landing page is the page that the visitor sees once they fill out your capture page. And then there's one more page, and that's called the Successful Submission page. Let's take a look at how these pages work together. First, we have our capture page, and we have the attractive video here that Todd has provided. We have our form, And there's a whole philosophy behind the form as well. We offer them 5 ebooks for filling out the form. And you see here we're only collecting the name and the email. It is proven that when you ask for a phone number, less people will fill the form out. However, you do have the option to add the phone, but that's in another tutorial video. If you look at the page, you'll see that we talk about the products, we have testimonies, and we offer them, again, the free tour. So that brings us back to the form. They cannot access the rest of the site. Once they fill out the form, they're going to be redirected to the landing page, which you can go to by simply putting the letter B, as in boy, after the number 1. I do recommend, however, that you take time to fill out the capture page yourself to see how it works, and you can approach it from the perspective of a tour taker. Here's our landing page, and you'll see here that this is the information that is coming from your additional fields information. This way, if the person wants to reach out to you, they have your information to contact you. Here you'll see that we're emphasizing check your email inbox to download your bonuses. We have 5 books. They come 1 per week with a download link in them and an encouragement to the person to look forward to the following email 1 week away so they can get the next book. This way we're hoping to set up some anticipation as well as an appreciation for the things that you're sharing with them and helping them in their own personal life. From here, the person is most likely going to look for their email. And of course it has a link to your company site as well. Now the other thing we have here is a button to go to the company website. And I don't think we have a real username in here. Yes. But that will redirect us to RCCV2. Okay? I mentioned also the successful submission page, and the way that the tour taker is going to get there is by filling out this email form. So we're looking to capture the leads any way possible for you and using ethical bribes to get them to fill out the information. If you want to edit any of this text, you have the freedom to do so. Let's take a look at how that works. Here we have edit page settings, and let's say you would like to change some of the text on the capture page. What I want to show you first is here under power settings, there's a tool here called make a backup. As you edit your page, it's a good idea to continue to click this button so that you have a restore point to go back to in the event that you make some mistakes, and so you'll simply be able to restore it there. If you forget to make backups and you make a mess of the page, then you want to click restore page, and that's going to bring you all the way back to the very original page that we had set up to begin with. You also have the ability to duplicate the page. When you duplicate the page, you're leaving the original, but you're creating an additional page, and you can edit that page if you want to do split testing between the two. But most of the time I would say that this is not something that you need to do. You want to make sure that the lead group is set to Transforming Tools 001. This is the redirect. This is the URL that the tour taker will go to when they fill out your capture page, and we know this is the landing page. Then we have live chat feature and inviter, and you can play with these if you like, although I would just leave them off. Then we have the WYSIWYG editor. WYSIWYG stands for what you see is what you get, and you can go in and you can change any of the text that you'd like to. For those of you who are more advanced, you also can click on the HTML source button and you'll see the code for the website and you can edit it here. Now this is a great way to make mistakes, and so make sure you make your backups or use the restore button. If you need to add something to the head within the HTML file, you can add it here. Once you're done editing your page, click Save Changes. Let's go back to our pages. What is the link that you're going to use to send to others? I'm going to right click on the thumbnail and open this in a new tab. And what you'll see here is the page comes up, and this here is the link that you're going to use to market your page. So in this case, it's transformingtools.com/001.php user equals demo. That's long. It's not very attractive. And so our recommendation is that you purchase a personal domain name, and we have a document in the resource section about how to do that. Let me go quickly to resources, and you'll see here a domain name for your business. What you'll see here is instruction on how to choose a domain name that is going to be the most effective. And then we also have videos with one company that we always recommend, JoJo Domains, and you're able to see how to purchase a domain name with JoJo, and then also how to forward your domain name. And we also recommend that you include masking. So what this does for you is you can take your domain name, say for example www.billsawesomewebsite.com, and you'll forward that to your RCCV2 capture page. So when someone types in billsawesomewebsite.com, it goes to your capture page, and if you use masking, it will always say billsawesomewebsite.com in the address bar of the browser. So that is something we recommend, and domain names are $10 a year, $12 a year, and it makes a much more professional presentation. And when you make your business cards or your sizzle cards, this is going to be on there instead of that long domain. Let's take a look at one other page, the 003 for the tools. We're going to right click, open it in a new tab. We have the same catchy video. On this page, what we've done is we've called the person to click a button without the capture page, and marketing research has showed if you get a person to take an action, they're more likely to take another action with less resistance. So first, you're getting them to click Get Started. Now, you're commending them, and then giving them the opportunity to claim their offer of 5 life-changing books by entering their name and email. Once they fill that out and click Visit the official company, they're going to be redirected to the success page, where again you're congratulating them, you're offering them your information that is under the additional fields section of the personal information, and then they're able to click on this button here, which is going to bring them to your RCCV2 website for the company. Okay. Now again, you have ability to edit all this text as well. The call to actions on the buttons, you have all this to edit. The images, if you wanted to replace those, you could. But again, please don't edit any of the footer information for legality purposes. Now, we're going to close those up, and I think that you have probably a pretty good grasp on how to use these pages, and again, how to get your link to promote that page. Perhaps a question you wonder is, if I have one personal domain name, can I use that for more than one capture page? The answer is yes, but you'll have to keep changing it. So if you're going to market 3 or 4 different capture pages, it's not a bad idea to purchase a domain name for each of those. And that way it's a lot more professional, in your email signatures or your email bodies, on your solo ads, on your flyers, your sizzle cards, anywhere that you're going to advertise your business. Now we also have these buttons here, so when you duplicate a page, like I mentioned under the power settings, it's going to show up in the My Capture Pages section, and you'll see that you're able to edit that duplicated page, which we did, and you see here. Also, we have the standard core of capture pages that go from generic into different niche markets, and you also have some pages that are popular and customizable, and we continue to add just generic opportunity pages that our subscribers ask us to create. Now let's return to our dashboard, and we're going to go down to the fourth button called Signature. The signature is automatically appended to every autoresponder message that goes out. So what you want to do is change this here to what you want it to display, and then you'll never need to type it at the bottom of an autoresponder should you desire to customize those. So we could simply put in a little message and a phone number, and another message if you want, your Skype. Completely up to you. We don't recommend that you necessarily put in a hot link or an image. Hot links and images will make an email more suspicious, and you could go into the spam. Now let's return to the dashboard. Our last setting to edit right now is text notifications. All you simply do is fill out your cell phone number here in this space, choose whether or not you want to be notified when new people come through your capture page, and choose whether or not you want to be notified when you have calendar events that are due. Once you have that, simply click Save Changes. This will work for both the United States as well as Canada. Unfortunately, it doesn't work worldwide, and so we're going to look for a solution and offer that solution in the news feed to see what we can do to get these to you. But you will get email notifications, so if you have a smartphone or a tablet, make sure you have your email account set up on your phone that is tied to your notifications, and you will receive emails. We've covered the 5 simple steps to getting your account set up. Now the best thing to do is get your new link out there, or your personal domain name if you decide to purchase one. In our resource section, it would be good to avail yourself of the information we have here, from business tools to direct selling steps. This is a very good short course on preparing yourself for the direct selling industry if you're new. If you're seasoned, this is also good, just to brush up and remember what you should be doing in case you've gotten into some lax habits. Also, we have tutorials on being involved in internet marketing. How do you set up a YouTube channel? How do you upload videos to that? How do you take someone else's videos and upload them to your channel? We also go into email marketing, classified websites, and using Herculist, which is a safe list. And we use all of these ourselves as a company. We have some cold calling materials as well as sizzle lines that you can get for free and set up. And we'll be adding a special section here under V2 where we'll be adding scripts, flyers, sizzle cards, and other relevant promotional materials for your business. Here we'll have tutorials that have to do with the system. Here, if you want to use some of the generic videos that we have, we offer you the YouTube code ID to put into the code, but again, this is advanced. And on some of the pages we have designs where you're also able to choose buttons. Now these are not relevant to the V2 pages, but the other pages, if you choose to use some of them, you'll see that we have lots and lots of buttons that you can choose for different call to actions. So you'll see that this system can be used for multiple businesses. For example, if you have a brick and mortar business that is your primary source of income, you can use this to create a capture page for it and do local advertising for your business. RCCV2 is providing tools that can bring you to a new level in any business area of your life, whether it's products, services, or opportunities. We're going to go back to the dashboard, and technically you are ready to go. You got your link from right-clicking on the capture page thumbnail and copying it in the browser. You got your personal domain name, so you can forward and mask the domain name from the system, and we've given you some places to put your link to drive traffic. And we're also providing offline advertising materials that you can get your link out and hand them or leave them in different areas of your local community. If you have any questions, you need any assistance, create a ticket at our help desk and we'll be more than happy to help guide you into using our system effectively.